Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. My name is Simba. I'm a physiotherapy student, and on this channel, we keep things very simple. My goal is to help you guys move better, perform better, and stay injury free. In today's video, we're talking about the hip joint, and trust me, it's way more important than most people think. Basically, if your hips aren't working properly, everything else starts complaining. So, first thing first, what actually is the hip joint? The hip joint is a synovial ball and socket joint, which basically means the head of the femur, your thigh bone, sits inside the acetabulum on your pelvis. Sounds simple, but this setup gives you lots of movement. Movement such as backwards, forwards, side to side, rotation, pretty much everything. This is why it matters so much because every time you run, squat, jump, sprint, or even just walk, your hips are doing a lot of work behind the scenes. So if your hips are too tight, your movement gets restricted. And if they are weak or unstable, your body starts to compensate. And that's when injury starts to creep in. Now, let's get into the muscles. And don't worry, I'll try not to turn this into a full anatomy lecture. Starting at the front, we've got your hip flexors. These are muscles that lift your knee up. The main ones here are psoas, which is a deep hip muscle, and rectus femoris, which is part of your quadriceps on the front of your thigh. Don't worry too much about the names. All we need to do at the moment is understand if they are tight, and which they usually are if you sit low, they can mess with the strides, limit your movement, or even contribute to lower back pain. Moving to the back, you've got your hip extensors, mainly your glutes and hamstrings. You've got your gluteus maximus, your main glute muscle, and your hamstrings are your power muscles. These are the muscles that drives you forward when you sprint, jump, or push off the ground. Hamstrings are really, really important for knee stability. There's a theory that strong hamstrings can help you protect your ACL. On the outside of your hips, you've got your hip abductors, mainly your gluteus medius, which is a side glute muscle, and TFL, tensor fasciitis, which are the muscles on the outside of the hip. These move your leg and your hip outside, and more importantly, they are really good stabilizers. Then on the inside, you've got your adductors, muscles such as adductor longus and adductor brevis, your inner thigh muscles. These bring your leg back in and play a big role in control, especially during movements and playing sports. Finally, you've got your rotators, muscles that help turn your hip in and out. This includes muscles such as gluteus minimus and the piriformis, which helps turn the hip outwards. You might not think about them, but actually they play a major role in hip stability and control. So overall, your hips isn't just one joint doing one thing. It's a whole system working together to make sure that you move smoothly and efficiently. And even if one of part of that system is not working properly, you'll start to feel it somewhere else. All right, so now we're going to focus on strengthening the hips and building strength and stability and building control all together. These are some of my go-to exercises that help me move better, perform better, and reduce risk of injury. First up, we've got the side laying hip abductions. Here you are lying down on your side and lifting your top leg up in a controlled way. This mainly targets your gluteus medius, your side glutes muscle, which is really important for stabilizing your pelvis when you're walking, running, or even just standing on one leg. Now we're going to target the front of the hip with a psoas hold. Here you're lifting one knee up and holding that position. This works your psoas flexor muscle and helps you improve control when you're lifting your leg up. Remember, stay upright and avoid leaning back. Moving on to something a bit more functional, we're going to do glute bridge. So laying on your back with your feet on the floor, you are lifting your hip up. This mainly targets your gluteus maximus, your main glute muscle, which is responsible for driving your body forward. Focus on squeezing your glutes at the top and avoid overarching. Moving on to a single leg Romanian deadlifts. You are balancing on one leg while hinging forwards on the hips. This targets your glutes and hamstrings, but also challenging your balance and coordination. All right, now we're going to focus on increasing hip flexibility and mobility. First up, we've got the 90-90 hip stretch. This stretch works on your hip rotators, muscles that turn your hip in and out and help you improve overall hip mobility. Try to stay upright and lean forward to feel a deeper stretch. Next, we've got the pigeon pose. So one leg is bent in front of you and the other is extended behind you. This mainly targets your glutes. Take this one slow. Next, we've got the butterfly stretch. So sitting down, bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees drop to the side. This targets your abductors and inner thigh muscles and helps you improve hip flexibility. Keep your back straight and gently press down on your knee. Add this to your routine regularly and you'll start to notice a real difference on how your body feels and moves. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.